You know, in the world of football, few clubs have an identity that's so powerful, it's literally baked into their name. This is the story of Inter Milan, a club that wasn't just born to play the game, but to make a huge statement about who gets to play it. Everything you could possibly need to know about Inter Milan really starts right here, with this one single powerful quote from a founding member. See, this wasn't just picking a cool-sounding name. This was a declaration of purpose. It was a philosophy that would go on to shape more than 100 years of history. So where does this all begin? While Inter's story doesn't start with a quiet, polite meeting in some cafe. Oh no, it kicks off with a fight, a rebellion, and a massive, dramatic split from their oldest rivals. Okay, so picture this. It's 1908. A bunch of rebels literally walk out of the Milan Cricket and Football Club. Yep, the team we all know now as AC Milan. And their disagreement? It was a huge one. Milan wanted to focus on an all-Italian team, but these dissenters, they believed the game should be for everyone, no matter where you came from. So they broke away and founded a brand new club on that one single powerful idea, welcoming players from all over the world. And you know what? That philosophy paid off big time, and fast. With their captain Virgilio Fossati leading the charge, Inter won their very first Italian championship just 2 years after being founded. It was like definitive proof that their inclusive vision wasn't just some noble idea, it was a winning one. But that incredible early success didn't mean it was all smooth sailing. Not at all. The club was about to enter one of the most difficult periods in its history, a time where its name and its entire founding principle would be seriously put to the test. So during Italy's fascist era, the name Internazionale became, well, let's just say it became politically problematic. The regime actually forced the club to merge and change its name, stripping away the very word that defined them. They became Ambrosiana, then Ambrosiana Inter, before finally, after the war, they could reclaim the name they were founded with. Through all that turmoil, one figure stood taller than anyone, a true legend. So what does this number represent? 284. That's the all-time goal-scoring record for Inter Milan, and it's held by the one, the only, Giuseppe Meazza. And here is the ultimate proof of his legacy. While both Milan clubs share that iconic San Siro stadium, its official name is the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza. Think about that. His name is literally part of the foundation of Milanese football forever. All right, let's jump forward now to the 1960s, a decade that would become Inter's absolute golden era. This was the time of Grande Inter, the Great Inter, a team that didn't just win, they completely changed how football was played. The architect of this dynasty was a fiery Argentina manager named Helenio Herrera. He was known as Il Mago, the wizard, and believe me, he was about to cast a spell over the entire continent of Europe. So what was Herrera's magic? It was a tactical system called catenaccio, which literally means door bolt. And that's the perfect way to think about it. It was like a defensive fortress. He used an extra defender, a libero or sweeper, to clean everything up, making them almost impossible to score against. Then, once they won the ball back, they would unleash these devastatingly fast counterattacks. It was revolutionary, and it influenced football for decades. And these were the heroes who brought that plan to life. We're talking about names that are legendary in Inter's history. From the captain and defensive rock Armando Pichi, to the creative genius of midfielder Luis Suarez, and the goal-scoring machine Sandro Mazzola. This was the core of one of the greatest club teams ever put together. And the result of all this? It was total, utter dominance. Under Herrera, they won 3 Serie A league titles. But even more impressively, they conquered Europe, winning back-to-back European Cups in 1964 and 1965. Grande Inter wasn't just the best team in Italy anymore, they were the best team in the world, period. Now, the era of Grande Inter might have passed, but what the club has built since then is this legacy of remarkable consistency that really sets it apart from almost anyone else. Just check out these 3 incredible facts. First, they are the only club in Italy to have never, ever been relegated from the top division. In 2010, they achieved the historic treble, winning their league, their domestic cup, and the Champions League all in one season. No other Italian team has ever done that. And this last one, this might be the most impressive. They've won a trophy in every single decade since they were founded. That is the definition of sustained excellence.
all of that incredible consistency has, as you can imagine, filled up a massive trophy cabinet. You can see the breakdown right here. Totally dominant at home with a ton of league titles and cups, and of course, a 3-time champion of Europe. It's a collection that puts them right up there with football's absolute elite. And all of this, it brings us right back to where we started. Back to that founding principle that's been the club's North Star for over a century. Just take a look at this. On the left, you've got the team that won the title just 2 years after that rebellious founding. On the right, the modern crest of a global football giant. A whole century of change separates them. But they are both defined by that one powerful idea, Internazionale. So, has Inter lived up to its name? When you look at their history, from that rebellious birth to their modern global status, the club has always been defined by its international spirit. Their story is just this powerful reminder that in football, just like in life, sometimes the most successful ideas are the ones that open the doors to everyone.